evening, friends. Actually, I have planned to come to upload videos regarding the concept series of physics for class 12, whose exam is going to be held in the month of March. So I have decided to upload some interesting videos, some conceptual videos based on physics of class 12. So let us today I am going to deal with the what is the actual concept, what is the main theme of Ohm's law, how Ohm's law is defined, and what are the various parameters related to Ohm's law, and the Ohm's law that what is the constant derived from Ohm's law, and how this constant depends upon various dimensional parameters on the material that we have taken into consideration. So let us define first of all Ohm's law, how Ohm's law is defined, and on what parameters and what are the parameters related to Ohm's law. So first of all, I am going to define the meaning of Ohm's law and what statement of the Ohm's law. So let us consider Ohm's law. Ohm's law. Let us consider this is one material taken into consideration some materials, some conductive materials taken into consideration, and whose distance, whose length, sorry, not distance, whose length is L, and area of cross section, this is the area of cross section is A. Now let us apply some external power supply, external voltage, external battery, EMF, electromotive force, source voltage. Let us apply some source voltage across this element taken into consideration. This is source voltage. Source voltage is fixed. It is external battery. It is external battery. This is source. So what I have taken here, I have taken some external power supply voltage, and I have connected this source supply voltage into this conductive element. Okay, fine. Now whenever it is its connection get complete, some current will flow I. Fine. This current, as it is a conductive material, this current will also flow through this element. Yes, if some current is flowing through this element, then some voltage drop will take place across this element. Yes, so it is voltage drop, let us say VDROP. Some voltage drop will take place across this element. This is external supply, from which the current I is coming and flowing through this element, and due to this current some voltage drop takes place across this element. Yes. Now what Ohm's law says, first forms of Ohm's law. Ohm's law has different forms, actually 4 to 5 forms. In higher class, when we will study in graduation or engineering level, we will we will see there what are the various forms of Ohm's laws. Okay, so here as per the standard of 12th, I am going to deal only two forms, which is as usual common as per NCRTC. Now, voltage drop. What Ohm says? Ohm says that first of all, Ohm's law. First of all, Ohm's law. Ohm's law. Ohm's law defined. Ohm's law defined. Ohm's law defined and valid only at constant temperature. Temperature should be fixed. Constant temperature. If temperature will vary, then Ohm's law will not be perfect one. Ohm's law is not defined. Ohm's law will be valid. Ohm's law, according to Ohm's law, voltage drop, whatever the voltage drop across this element, voltage drop voltage drop is directly proportional. This voltage drop directly proportional to current flowing through this element. This voltage drop directly proportional to the current flowing through this element means I. In general, what we think that V is directly proportional to I. No, it's absolutely wrong. V is directly proportional to I. In what respect of voltage? Is it voltage drop or is it external supply voltage? So we will have to mention clearly either this voltage is what? External supply voltage or voltage drop across the element. Yes or no? Yes. So we will have to concentrate while defining Ohm's law. It is also possible. So this V is nothing. This V is V drop. Voltage drop, not supply voltage. This V is not supply voltage. This V is voltage drop across this element. So V drop, potential develop voltage drop due to this current is directly proportional to the current passing through this element. Yes, so V drop is directly proportional to Y. So this is proportional. So we will have to remove this proportional. So to remove this proportional, one constant comes into picture. So V drop is equal to R into I. What is this R? R is nothing but resistance. Resistance of an element. R is nothing but the resistance of an element. Its SI unit is ohm, symbolically represented as this. Ohm is its SI unit. What is the resistance? Resistance is a property of any material. Which opposes the flow of electrons through it. Flow of electrons. Due to the flow of electrons, only current comes into picture. So resistance is a property of any material. Which opposes the flow of current through it. As if this is a material, if some current is flowing through this. So resistance is a property of this material which will oppose to flow of this current. So yes, so this is resistance. Yes, and resistance is nothing. It's a type of friction. To oppose the flow of electrons through the material. So resistance is a property. It's totally depends upon the material parameters. its length, its area of cross sectional. So it's dependent upon the dimensional property. It's a dimensional property. What is the length of element and what is the area of cross section? So resistance is totally independent. Resistance is totally independent from voltage and current. It's totally depend upon the parameter, various parameter of the materials, that is length and area of cross section. So it's a type of opposing nature. It's a type of oppose. It's a property. It's a property to oppose the flow of current through it. The flow of current through it. So it's an opposing nature. Yes. So this is resistance. All about resistance. Now let us say second form. This. Sir, this voltage is Vs. Yes, this voltage is Vs, external voltage. Let us suppose this is Vs1. Let us suppose this is Vs1. Now, if we replace this source voltage, with some Vs2, and Vs2 is greater than Vs1, then what will happen, sir? Then if Vs2 is greater than Vs1, then this current will also increase. As voltage is also increase, so this current will also increase. So I can say that, sir, I is directly proportional to Vs. I is directly proportional to Vs. This is supply voltage. This is not voltage drop. This is supply voltage. Sir, to remove this proportional, another constant comes into picture, that is G into Vs. This G is the conductance. And its unit is just opposite to resistance, mho, and written as mH mho. What is and how it is defined? Conductance is defined as the property of any element, property of any material which support the flow of electron, which support the flow of current, which support the conductance of this material is a property of this material which support to flow of current through it. So its supportive nature, and resistance is of opposing nature, and conductance is of supporting nature. So its support the flow of current. So this is second forms of Ohm's law. Yes. So we will also we have a lot of concept behind it, how to prove Ohm's law. And what are the various parameters on which resistance depends and inductance depends. So we will see in later session that how Ohm's law is proved, and how we will prove Ohm's law in next video. Currently I am discussing some properties based on resistance. What are the various parameters on which resistance is defined? First of all, first point, dependency of resistance. Resistance is directly proportional to length of the material into consideration. Length of material. Resistance is directly proportional to L, length of material. Yes. Second, resistance is inversely proportional to area of cross section. What is area of? If this is if this is element, any material whose length is L, and this is area of cross section, this portion is area of cross section. Yes. So as length of this material increase, then resistance will also increase proportionally. If area of cross section, increase, then resistance will be decreasing. If area of cross section will be increasing, then resistance of the material will be decreasing. So from equation 1, from 1 and 2, I can say that R is directly proportional to L by A. To remove this proportionality constant, one proportionality constant comes into picture, that is rho L by A. And this rho is called resistivity. Of the material. L is the length of material, A is the area of cross section, and this is the resistivity of material. Its unit is ohm meter. So, sir, if the length is increasing, it means resistance is also increasing. If length is increased by 2 times, then resistance of the material will be increasing by 2 times also. But one thing you must remember, must concentrate. If length is increasing, then this parameter should be constant. Area of cross section should be constant. Then only resistance will be 2 times. As length is increasing by 2 times, then resistance will be increasing by 2 times only when if this parameter keeping constant. Yes, fine. Next, as area of cross section increasing by 2 times, resistance of the material will be decreasing by 2 times only when as this parameter is constant. Simultaneously these two parameter is changing, then resistance will not changing individually, as R is directly proportional to L, R is inversely proportional to L. If both are changing simultaneously, resistance may increase, resistance may decrease, depending upon as with respect to length, resistance will increase. With respect to area of cross section, resistance will decrease. Yes. So in some question, if the what listen carefully, in some question it is mentioned that one material has been taken into consideration whose length is L, and length is increasing by 2 times, keeping area of cross section constant, then what will be the effect on resistance of the material? No doubt here one at a time, the variation, if the variation of this resistance is depend on both length and area of cross section. While analyzing, we should concentrate in one by one. If we are analyzing with respect to length, A must be constant. If we are analyzing with respect to area of cross section, length must be constant. Yes. Now, one question is very much important question. Let us see. Sir, a length of wide 2 meter. Yes. is stretched is stretched is stretched up to 4 meter, is stretched up to 4 meter, a length of wide 2 meter whose resistance is, let us say, 50 ohm, is stretched up to 4 meter, then how resistance of the same wire will be affected Yes. Now here you must concentrate while solving the question. You must read 2 times, 3 times, 4 times what question is saying. A length of wire 2 meter is stretched, means same length, same material. Same material is going to stretched. If, let us suppose, if same material is of length L, if this material is of length L and this is the area of cross section, same material is going to stretch. I am not joining same length of material with this element. Yes, I have not taken two piece. Single piece is going to stretch into 2 times 4 meter if this is 2 meter. So let us suppose if same material is going to stretch twice of its original length. So here area of cross section is A, and here area A1. Here area of cross section will be A2. As the length is going to stretch, then its thickness will decrease. As thickness is decreasing, it means area of cross section also reduced. So we will have to taking the consideration of both length and area as well, area of cross section as well. Some student will read the question and carelessly he will say that, sir, as length is going to 2 times, so resistance will be also 2 times. So original resistance is 50 ohm, so new resistance will be 100 ohm. No, it's absolutely wrong and you will get 0 mark. Yes. How to solve this question? Yes, sir, this is area of cross section A1. Yes, as area of cross section is circular in nature. Let us see here. Area of cross section is circular in nature. Yes, sir, its length is L, its length is A1. Yes, let us say if it is circular, its radius is R1 and its radius become R2. But one thing is fixed here. What? One parameter is fixed. As length is going to stretch, length will change, area of cross section will change, but one important parameter will remain same in both. Which parameter? Volume will remain same. So its type of cylindrical. Sir, what is its volume? Pi r square h. H is the height, r is the radius of cross section. Yes, pi r square h. So volume will same. What will be its volume? Its volume will be pi r square, means r1 square, into h. H means what? L is what? 2. So this volume will be equal to this volume. What will be? Pi here r2 square into its length is what? H is what? Length equal to h equal to 4 meter, as its original length has been stretched twice. So pi r2 square into h. H is what? L is what? 4 meter. Yes, sir. Pi. So r1 square is equal to R2 square into 2. So R2 square is equal to R1 square by 2. So R2 is equal to root under R2 is equal to R1 by root under 2. R2 is equal to root under R1 into R1 by root under 2. So what will be area of cross section? What will be it? So area of cross section is pi r square. Pi r square, as it's circular in nature. As it's circular in nature, pi r square. Sir, R2 got reduced by 2 times. Root 2 times. R2 got reduced by 2 times. So area pi into R1 square by root 2 का whole square. So pi R1 square by 2. Pi R1 square by 2. As R2 is pi R1 square into h, pi R2 square into h, R1 square equal to R2 square into 2, R2 square by is equal to R1 square by 2. Yes, so R2 is equal to R1 by root 2. Yes, area of cross section is circular in nature, so its area is pi r square. Pi into R2 square, R2 means R1 square upon root 2 square, pi R1 square by 2. Yes, so its original area is A1, pi R1 square means it is pi R1 square, so A1 upon 2. So as a length of wire 2 meter is stretched up to 4 meter, means length is going to stretch by 2 times, area is also going to decrease by 2 times. Area is also going to decrease by 2 times. So what will be the resistance? So R is equal to R1 is equal to rho L1 by A1, R2 is equal to rho R. Resistivity will remain same as the material is same. So R2 is equal to rho into L2 by A2. So R1 upon R2 is equal to L1 by A1 upon L2 by A2, means L1 by A1 into L2 into A2. So R1 by R2 is equal to L1. L1 same. L1 is 2 meter. A2. A2 means what? A2 means A1 by 2. A2 means A1 by 2 upon A1. A1 into L2 means what? L2 means 4 times. L2 means 4 times. A1 cancel. 2 cancel. 1 by 4 times. So R2 is equal to 4 into R1. So R2 is equal to 4 into 15, means 200 ohm. Yes. So R2 is equal to 200 ohm. If we will not concentrate while reading the question, then we will directly say that the R2 will be 100 ohm. No. Here what is going to happen? Length of the wire is also increasing 2 times. So resistance will increase. But here what? One thing is also going to happen. Simultaneously, area of cross sectional is also going to decrease. Means resistance will now more increase. Resistance will increase means as length is going to increase, sir, area of cross section also going to decrease. So resistance is more going to increase. Resistance will increase more. Resistance will increase more. So here not 100 ohm. 100 ohm is the wrong answer. Actually 200 ohm is the right answer. Okay. So in next video we will see how Ohm's law is proved, how we can derive Ohm's law, and what are the various parameters, what is resistivity, conductivity, we will see in next video.